criminal law group video group 11.
This video will be divided into two different sections.
And today we'll be discussing the topic manslaughter. So what's manslaughter? Basically, manslaughter is the unintentional killing of somebody else. Stay tuned to find more about manslaughter. Thank you.
Yes. I saw Miracle and Angela.
Where?
Yeah, I think what you heard about them is true.
Jesus.
At the mean of
Jesus. So what I heard is true. What is going on here?
What's wrong?
Miracle, what is going on? Why
What's going on?
You guys should just
I
can explain.
don't know what is this. What should I push me?
Elizabeth, please stand up, Elizabeth.
Oh my God!
Hello everyone, today we're talking about manslaughter, the element of manslaughter, and how you will know an homicide is manslaughter. Faiza, so give us a brief introduction of what homicide exactly is about.
Homicide is the killing of a human being by another, and it can either be lawful or unlawful. There are two main types of homicide: we have murder and manslaughter. By section 315 of the Criminal Code, it states that any person who unlawfully kills another will be guilty of an offence called murder or manslaughter, which depends on the circumstances of the case.
Oh, thank you so much. So, Blessing, can you just give us a very brief introduction about manslaughter, but make sure that in a way layman will understand it.
Thank you very much. Manslaughter, according to section 317 of the Criminal Code Act, states that a person who is guilty of a person who unlawfully kills another person as not to constitute murder is guilty of an offence called manslaughter.
Why?
That's why we have elements of manslaughter. What you have to prove in order to show the court that this person committed the offence of manslaughter, and the accused died, the deceased died, and the accused act led to the death of the deceased. Thank you.
So, that means that there's nothing special between murder and manslaughter.
There is, and that's where there's an absence of intention.
Thank you. So, Banji, can you give us an in-depth knowledge more about manslaughter in a situation where provocation comes into play? That means it's not murder but manslaughter.
So that's where the types of manslaughter comes in. We have two types of manslaughter, and that is the involuntary manslaughter and the voluntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter, it is a type of killing that occurs. It is an unintentional killing of a person, which may arise as a result of criminal negligence or the commission of a low-level offence, for example, misdemeanor. So the voluntary manslaughter is the intentional killing of a person, where the offender has no prior intent to kill. For example, killing in the heat of passion. So the circumstances through which the killing is done must be such that will make the offender, will put him in a position that he will be emotionally or mentally disturbed. So let's relate this to the video that was shown earlier. You can see that the offender there, she was actually mentally disturbed after she pushed the deceased. Section 318 of the Criminal Code provides
Sorry
for
to cut you
voluntary
short.
killing.
So are you trying to say her pushing her was not murder but manslaughter because she was not in a good state
That
of
was,
mind?
that was why I said voluntary manslaughter is the intentional killing without prior intent to kill. It was intentional but without prior intent to kill. She actually pushed her intentionally, but she did not have the intention to kill her, but she pushed intentionally.
So we can say she did that of provocation, the heat of the moment.
Yes.
It is heat of passion there.
Thank you. So Nii, can you have decided Nigerian cases to buttress all what has been said before?
Okay. In the versus the state, the deceased parents, they left the 5-year-old daughter in the care of the appellant, whereby he forcefully had sex with her. She had an head injury and convulsed and died. Medical evidence showed that she bled from her private part and head injury, but the court held that the head injury was not caused by the rape, and death is not a probable consequence of rape. Also, in the case of Rasulu versus Oladipupo versus the state, the driver had a fight with the deceased over a change of 5 naira, whereby he picked up a plier and he threw it at him, in which it made his head and his skull got fractured and he died. He brought a claim of provocation and accident. but he was just the player hit him on his head and he had an head injury. His brain got fractured, his skull got fractured, and he died. A claim for murder was brought against him. Then he brought up the defense of provocation and accident. But however, the court held him liable for manslaughter.
So all what have been said today is that as far as the element of provocation and the death was not intention, all what has been said today is that as far as there was no intention of killing them to be manslaughter. Thank you very much.
Goes on to section 317 of the Criminal Code. Any person who unlawfully kills another in such circumstances not to constitute murder is guilty of manslaughter.